Disposed of.
Cell number 16. Cell number 16. And Gautam Raghunath.
Lords, a few submissions to make. Your Lordships, in fact, on the last date of hearing,
80.
spoken to the respondent mother in chambers and also advised the parties to settle the matter based on the submission that I had made the earlier hearing dates, my lords. I've spoken to the parties. I've spoken to the petitioner. He is willing to settle. He's not stating that he is not willing to settle, my lords. The terms and conditions, my lords, what he feels is, my lords had suggested that let the overnight custody start from 2025 August, which he's not agreeing, my lords, because of the fact that the minor daughter has been in the custody of the mother since 2021, wherein he could not even meet the child until he moved the courts. Unfortunately, that's been the state of affairs in this case.
So he has not seen the child from when to when?
He has not, after 2021, until 2021, the child was with the father.
No, from 2021 to 2024, he has not seen.
He's not seen, my lord.
He is able to see, he's spending time.
My lords, now, my lords, by virtue of the order that came to be modified by the trial court, the first order that was granted by the trial court was 4 hours in a month, my lords. 2 hours on every alternate Saturdays. Then I had moved your lordship's coordinate bench. His lordship said you file a varied application, and his lordships also said that seek for modification there. Then by virtue of modification, I had filed an application seeking overnight custody, everything. My lords, it was not a speaking order. The court said no, 7 hours a month, alternate weekends. The court said not even a reason in respect of why overnight custody is not granted. Whereas then your lordships were grateful enough to modify that order by permitting him to take the child home and drop the child back, which is absolutely all right with. One aspect that he would want to bring it to your lordship's notice is, my lords, in the coordinate bench in the earlier writ petition had issued notice by hand. My lords, I probably would have to stand witness to that because I had to serve the lady in person. My lords, the place where the mother is residing, my lords, ultimately, whatever the places, all of them are human beings. I'm not denying it, my lords, that he feels the atmosphere is congenial because, my lords, the house where she's residing when I'd been to serve, it's not safe. My lords, surrounded by slum, my lords, that's one. They're also human beings. I'm not making any allegations as such. He's a bit worried and concerned because, my lords, a few things have happened. I would not probably want to place those photographs on record, wherein apparently the minor daughter was bitten by a rat. Was bitten by a rat at her residence. These are his concerns. What he in fact suggests is, my lords, she's agreed for a sum of rupees 50 lakhs as alimony, which we also concede to, my lords. What happens is he would want her to at least shift to a better place because of the fact, my lords, I've myself seen the place, my lords. I do not know how to put it across. That being the reason, my lords, his worry is that an overnight custody, of course, my lords, he says, why from August? Why not from summer vacations or the ensuing Dasara or Christmas vacations?
Lordship is coming out with a new proposal, which were not earlier doing. So the negotiation was confined to the alimony. That's all. So, and he's very much concerned about his daughter right now. Then make an alternative arrangement for the wife also. Let her be shifted to a new residential area. So since she is
No, she will shift to a new place where whatever in a better accommodation. What is she paying for that accommodation?
Ma'am, that is
whatever she is paying, she's paying.
That's her own house, her father's own house where she's staying present. That is the issue here.
It is her grandparents' house. It's
Her grandfather's own house, apparently.
not even her father's house.
No, is she interested to shift if he provides?
No problem.
Let him provide.
He can
Yes,
provide
sure.
your lordship. He's
No, you
earning-
cannot, you cannot tell a person that please your standard of living should be upgrade it. If
It's-
you should upgrade it, if she has the means, she would. If not, the person who wants it to be upgraded should upgrade it.
Certainly, my lords. I'm not denying that, my lords. He's agreed to pay the alimony, my lords, and he's agreed. All that he's bringing it is ultimately my lords. In fact, he has been telling me, which I am not submitting to this honorable court, is he is going a step ahead and he's saying, "You give me the custody, I'll take care of the child. I'll keep her safe." But my lords, like your lordship is aware, that cannot happen. Child deserves love and affection of both the parents. Because that being the reason, my lords, this is what he has come up with, my lords. In fact, there are other aspects, my lord, which he in fact wanted to state it before your lordships. If I'm permitted for him to state it in the open court, I have no problem, my lords. He has,
You can tell the court, not him.
please. My lords, these are his concerns. The house,
No,
the
for that,
overnight.
what is your reply to that?
My lords, so,
Find out from him and tell the court.
he says separate accommodation apart from what he's paying as alimony would not be in a position to afford at this point of
Where
time.
from she will get now?
At this point of time is what he stated.
So the first proposal with regard to change of the house is something which is not practicable.
Please, my lords.
So which we can't think about it. Number one. Then where is the hitch now? Where is the other glitch?
The other glitch is, my lords, the overnight custody, my lords.
What was agreed upon?
Their suggestion, my lords, based on whatever your lordship stated the other day, is that because now he's getting custody, he's getting to take the child home and drop the child back. The lordship said, why don't you start it from the coming August? His, my lord's
So
apprehension,
for example,
yes,
this court do not grant the custody overnight.
yes.
And the matter will be going on forever like
Yes.
this. What is the relief he will get?
I,
Why
in
is he
fact,
not understanding
put in
it?
my best efforts to, in fact, make my client understand, my lords, in this. And,
Let him, then we have to pass orders on the merits of it if he's not
but
interested.
it's here, in fact, not even getting into the merits of the matter, my lords, to be very honest, this is a matter which can be closed, which definitely can be settled. The response has been gracious enough before your lordships in chambers, wherein she agreed that he could take the child only he and
There has to be an adjustment from both the sides.
please, my lords, please.
Now, what was not happening from 2021 till
Happening,
2024,
please.
when something is happening, you can't be demanding this or all the relations, and it's a strained relation.
Because I'll, in fact, the house aspect also, I'll restrict myself, my lords. I'll, in fact, withdraw my submissions in respect of that. My lords, but in respect of overnight, something at least, my lords, because, I mean, my lords, conditions that only he and the daughter can travel, the relatives cannot travel, those are a bit too strict, my lords, because his sister or his mother, I mean, his
No, that is
father.
not what she said.
No, she had made it very clear, my
No,
lords.
she didn't say that. She was referring to
He says
something
if
else.
he gets remarried, to which I concede, my lords. That I've already told him. That is if he gets remarried. That is anyways, my lords, might not happen. But my lords, what his problem is that she's putting him on conditions wherein so and so should not appear. He's like, why can't his sister or his father travel along with the child? That as far as I remember, that she said it was only father and
She
daughter.
says so that his brother and his father and sister.
No, not at all, your lordship.
That's not what she said.
Because my lords, on the
They are
last
not
bit of, my lords, I'm
okay.
not-
She didn't say.
all that she stated was the
Understand what
remarriage
she said.
aspect. I agree, my lords.
The
Your
understand
lordship-
refers to a third party, not the family members.
Yeah, family members are okay then. My lords, he's absolutely all right with that then.
He
No,
never,
not
she
from
never
the
referred
first-
to.
Yes.
We have not
My only
put any such
some
condition.
I remember that.
some tuning regarding my lords overnight custody would be great, my lords, because
Overnight
my lords,
custody is
he's paying maintenance. He's paying apart from alimony. He's willing to pay the school fees. It is his duty ultimately. I do not deny that, my lords. He's even till date he's been paying maintenance, no arrears, taking care of the school. My lords, some overnight custody at least, my lords. That is what he as a father would request, my lords, because my lords, we are at your lordship's mercy here. That is all I can submit, my lords, because
We cannot accept that proposal, your lordship, for the time being, because of we have tried to convey the conditions and other things. But
He says that your client is living in a pathetic condition. Your client says that his wife, his house is not a hygienic place to live.
yes,
Which is correct in both the
because
statements.
his profession is like that one. So we cannot expect a good atmosphere for a girl child of 6 years old. And most of the time he will be traveling. He will be outside Bangalore.
When he is outside Bangalore, why the girl will be there in overnight?
yes.
That's what I.
She won't be.
Yes, she won't.
No.
And his parents are also aged and they are suffering from alignment.
No, whenever the father is in Bangalore, then only they will exercise.
Yes.
When the father is not in Bangalore, they will not. He cannot exercise.
No,
Yes.
And he
majority of the
wants
time.
to, when father is not in town, that time they won't exercise the overnight visitation.
No, majority of the time he will be out of Bangalore only, and he is
Then he
into
will
the
not. If he is majority of the time he's out of Bangalore, that time no visitation. That
Is-
would be isn't it? How can
Mallards, whenever he's not been able to visit, whenever he's been traveling,
We are not
he's
coming.
requested the mother to compensate. She's compensated.
visitation
That's what-
rights, we are not coming in between, your lordship. We are only worried about the overnight custody. That's all.
If it doesn't happen,
custody with whom?
With
No,
the
she says that the father can take the child out of Bangalore. That time, then he'll be having the overnight custody. What will happen to that?
no.
Please tell your client now almost all the clauses or whatever her conditions she said, or no, he's ready to comply with. So let there be a via media for this, and what are the conditions on which she wants this? Let her come out. Now, what will happen is, no, she'll be fighting this litigation for he and she will be in the courts.
Let
Please,
them.
no, because everything is now settled except that clause. So, what is that? Let her come up with her idea.
may I, my lords, may I, my lords. If it doesn't happen today, my lord, it never happens. That's been the norm in all the cases my lords has in fact adjudicated till date. Your lordship is more aware about it. My lords, the problem here is the egos between the parties, like I've already submitted, my lords. My lords, all that is asking is for overnight custody. He's willing to pay.
No,
Yes,
no,
please,
nothing
please.
is going to change. It will happen. Let her come up. Come
My
up
lords,
with
the order, in
pose
fact,
this matter on 29th. By that time, come
Yes,
up with
my lords, this weekend,
correct.
I had not sought for the earlier weekend visitation, my lords. I was fair enough in that. It's an alternate weekend. This Sunday, he may be permitted to pick up the child the same
So and
order, my
so
lords.
on Sunday.
Not,
That
not
is
on
20
Sunday, Saturday.
Huh?
It was
Saturday-
as per the original order. It was on Saturday.
What is that?
Saturday, she has school, my lords.
Not
Traveling.
Saturday.
Saturday, she has school. That is the
On
problem.
25th August, Sunday, the father can exercise a visitation. What was the arrangement?
10 a.m. He picks up the child and drops the child at 4 p.m. But my only request here is, if I may be permitted to drop the child at 5:30, because my lords, to go 1.5 hours, to come back 1.5
What
hours,
was the time I asked?
10 a.m. to 4 p.m. May it be from 10 to 6 minutes, please. Please, that time.
Give that.
No, if it is 6 means it will be extended by another 2 hours. It will
No,
be.
no, it
I
can't.
dropped him
It
the
should be
cup.
on dot. That I'll record.
He's been dropping on it only once.
The father
And
can.
moreover,
pick up-
her
Huh?
next day classes will also be get affected.
What is that?
If it is on Sunday, taking out the child on Sunday, Monday she will be having schools. class.
But that she has the whole.
You can send the homework. The
Okay.
father will get it
With
done.
her-
Lords.
The father shall pick up the child from the mother's place at 10 a.m. 10 a.m. That's what is
Yes,
happening.
please. That's what has been happening.
At 10 a.m. and shall drop her back sharp at 6 p.m. The father shall adhere to the timeline
Please.
and shall adhere to the timeline. By the next date of hearing, mother shall come up with what are the her plan about the overnight custody, and basing on that, then what have you was it have you put it on paper?
I had given one draft and they had reverted with a modified draft. Then your lordships told me to again come up with a modified another draft. But my lords, in the meantime, my client had in fact the petitioner told me that these are the issues which he wants to focus on.
No,
That
you
is
know,
the-
again the revised.
That is the issue.
Again, the revised one, send it to them.
I'll in fact
The
I'll
petition,
send a revised
the
one. and let
counsel
them-
for the petition shall
Please.
send the revised settlement plan to
Petition.
the respondent. Yes.
Instead of 6 o'clock, can it be made as 5 o'clock?
My lords, why are they being so petty, my lords? Please.
5 o'clock shall drop the child.
My
by
lords,
5 o'clock.
my issue is, my lords, 1.5 hours to travel, my lords. Please, my lords. If I may request 6, my lords.
Yes, yes.
Hardly
Let's
5
see next time.
kilometers from
Yes,
his-
next matter. 17.